Hello viewers, in this video I'll be going over gold miners, ETF ticker symbol GDXJ. Today we are up 10 basis points and we have about 3 hours left in trading. On the 1 hour chart we see a convergence on the 1 hour MACD, so that's a positive sign, as well as support on the candlesticks remaining above the 18 and 9 moving averages. On the 4 hour chart we see a convergence on the 4 hour MACD as well. And as long as we don't close below the 18 and 9 moving average and we continue to make on higher highs, this uptrend is still intact. So at the moment I do see possible resistance. Well, let's look at the 1 hour or daily MACD. We start to see a possible convergence on the daily MACD. It has not yet, but on the 9-day converged onto the 18-day moving average, so that's indication that the uptrend is still very strong. So at the moment I see possible resistance, multi-year resistance. So if we expand out onto these 3 peaks, one peak back in, I would say, November 2nd, 2016, another peak back in February 9th, 2017, and then the third peak is August 8th, 2019, and we are currently at. So in order to break this resistance, we need to close above this resistance price for several days in order that a new resistance and higher highs or higher support will be established. So that resistance is at $42.90. So if we were to move down lower and not go up higher, we will find support that coincides with the 18-day moving average, this purple line right here. Reason why, there's a price concentration that we see that coincides with the 18-day moving average. So we have these price concentration. I do see this as possible support. So if we do move down lower, that price movement is roughly around 3.6%, actually 3.1% move down lower. So if we were to move on higher, on the other hand, that price movement is roughly around, so let's try and move out further out. So if we were to move on higher, that price movement is roughly around 1.6% move up. So let's head to the forecast model. On here, I'll go day by day, where GDXJ or gold miners will head to the next coming days. So we have 1 day out, 2 days out, 3 days out, 4 days out, 5 days out, 6 days out, and 7 days out. So which one of these forecast models that we should focus on? Ideally, the forecast model that is the best match to the current trend. We have the current trend right here. And this trend right here is the best match to the current trend. And let me point out why. So what we have here in the beginning of the trend, we start off touching the upper Bollinger Bands. We remain above the middle Bollinger Bands throughout the series. So we have one touch here, second touch on the upper Bollinger Band, third touch right here as well, and finally the fourth, not quite, but a good peak on the touch for the upper Bollinger Band. And in between we see a slight dip or a reversion to the mean right there. So we have this instance in here as well. We see it touch the upper Bollinger Band right in the beginning of the trend. The second attempt is, actually it should be right here. So we have the second attempt here as well, third attempt. So third attempt is right there. Since these are fairly close to each other, we count it as one. Same thing as this instance right here. Since it's fairly close to each other, we just count as one. And right here, we reverted to the mean or touched the middle Bollinger Band. So we see those price action, and we have about 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 points. We also have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 points. So there is reason to believe that the trends and patterns are the same. The outcome and forecast should be fairly the same. So Again, the trend that we just examined was July 21st, 2010 to October 14th, 2010. And it looks like gold miners junior was only down 4.15%. So we may get some selling, but I do see that we may encounter support and may maintain the price. So sideways price action. Overall, there's still a strong indication this uptrend is still intact. So that is all. If you enjoyed this content, feel free to like, comment, subscribe, and thank you for watching.